couple of TV clips and things. Okay, in the story there's a younger son, and this younger son, he wants to enjoy life, doesn't he? He wants to have a good time. So he goes to his dad and he basically says, "Dad, hurry up and die. Hurry up and die. I want your inheritance money now. I don't want you. I don't want to know you, Dad. No, I just want your cash. So just give me your money now." I don't know how you'd react if that was you were the father in that situation. But in this culture, he would have been right within his place to beat that son or have him beaten for coming and asking for such a thing. It would have brought shame on his family and shame on him for his son coming and wanting his money now and not wanting to know the dad. But the dad in the story, he doesn't beat the son, does he? No, he says to the son, actually, take the inheritance, take the money. You can have that money and you can go and do what you like. So the son did. He went up, packed his bags, and he left the father and he went off with his money. And you know what he did with that money? You saw it in the story. He spent it, didn't he? He spent it on drink, on making friends, on like riotous living, having a party, non-stop party. He did as he pleased with his cash. And then, obviously, money buys you some friends, doesn't it? And he enjoyed those friendships. But then when his money ran out, when he wasted all his money, he didn't have any left. He ended up feeding pigs. And he was so hungry and so desperate that he was so hungry that he'd want to eat the pig food rather because he was so desperate. So and he thought to himself, he came to himself and he says, "What am I doing here? If I think back to where my dad is, the people who are servants for my dad, the people who work for my dad, they have it better than I have it now. They get bread and food every day, yet here I am starving, wanting to eat pig food." So he decides what he's going to do. He's going to go back and he's going to talk to his dad. He's going to say to him, "Dad," he rehearsed the lines. I don't know if you do this sometimes when you muck up and you have to, like an apology, you rehearse it again and again in your head. So he made the journey home to his father and he was saying in his head again and again, "I've sinned against heaven, I've sinned against you. I'm not worthy to be called your son anymore, Father. Just give me like a little job and maybe I have some food for that job and maybe you give me somewhere to sleep." That's great. He's rehearsing that apology in his head again and again. And he makes the journey home. And as he makes the journey home, he realises that as he gets to the doors, his dad sees him and the dad runs to him. And do you know what? I don't know if you've seen a grown man run. In our culture, it's fine. People are jogging on the streets all the time, isn't there? But in this culture, it was undignified for a man of a certain age to run. And so he made himself a fool, really, in those who had seen him, and he ran to his son. He put his arms around him, he embraced him, and then he put a ring on his finger, he put a robe on his back. And these two things, they signify that he's still his son. Like a ring is a form of ownership, isn't it? I know in marriage it can be you can be bad that you think, "Oh, I own you." It's not, but actually there's something good about there, isn't it? You're connected, you're together, you're one in that way. And that's what that ring signifies, isn't it? And that's what this ring I can't get the word out, can I? Symbolised, that's the word. That's what that ring symbolised in this relationship, that he's still my son, and the robe recognised, yes, he's still my son. And then there's meat. The fattened calf is killed, and they have a party. Now, I don't know, but a lot of you eat a lot of meat, and maybe there might be some vegetarians in the room, I'm not sure. But I know Ron, he eats loads of meat. And do you think, imagine the pile of meat you've eaten in your lifetime, how big that pile of meat would be. It would be huge. You'd probably fill this room, wouldn't it? It'd be so big. But in this culture, meat was rare. They used their animals to get milk and other things. They didn't just eat all their animals. There wasn't like a production line in a way. So meat was saved as a treat for really special occasions. So weddings, maybe funerals and births, they wouldn't be getting lots of meat. So to kill the fattened calf, that's the best bit of meat. That's the steak, yeah? So he killed the best bit of meat, and they have a party, and they celebrate. And the father does this all without really hearing the full apology of the son. He just lavishes his love upon the son and says, "Yes, you're my son. Kill the fattened calf. Let's have a party." Now the older son, he has been in the field working for his son, and he's worked for his father all the time. These younger sons run off and wasted all the money, and he's working away. And he comes back home and he hears music and he says to the servant, "What's this music all about? What's going on?" And the servant tells him, "There's a party, your other brother, he's returned and your dad's killed the fattened calf." And he gets angry. He gets angry. He's like, "What is going on here?" Like, he's gone and wasted all his money and now he's just welcomed him back with open arms and having a party for him. It's just not fair. He has a not fair moment strop and he refuses to go in. "I don't want to see my brother there who's just squandered all the money and now you've killed the best animal for him and he's eating meat." It made him angry. So the father goes out to him and the son speaks to him. He sort of says to him, "Look, you're giving your younger brother steak and all the time you haven't even given me one Big Mac." That's basically what he's saying. "I've not even had a 99p burger and you're giving him like ribeye steak and he's the one who wasted all the money. It's not fair. Why are you doing it?" And the father says to him, "Look, all the time I've had you with me, you've been with me. But this son, he was lost and now he's come back and he's found and we must celebrate." And that's where the story ends. Now Jesus told that story and he's told it to symbolise something. And the father in the story, his place is taken. The father in the story is God. But where is your place in the story? Well, you can be the younger son, someone who enjoys life, who wants to go out and have an adventure, have a good time. You want to be a party person. You want to go and explore and enjoy the most you can out of life. Or you can be the older brother who you want to conform and please people, and you get upset when you see other people mucking stuff up and you find it easy to think, "Oh no, that's not right, they're doing that wrong." Well, often people think to become a Christian, what you do is you stop being a younger son who's enjoying their life, breaking all the rules, doing it as they please, and you become an older son who pleases the father, does what he's told, and when he looks down at him and says, "Oh, I'm not going to, what's he doing? How rude, how did he dare do that?" And to become a Christian, you have to stop breaking rules and start conforming to rules, and you have to stop enjoying yourself and doing the best of your life and start being boring and condescending and grumpy maybe. It's a bit like you might think becoming a Christian is stop being Homer Simpson and start being Ned Flanders. I don't know if you watch The Simpsons, but Ned Flanders lives next to Homer. He's really annoying. He always tries to help people and do the right thing, and he goes to church and he's boring and he really annoys Homer, who's the fun guy, isn't he? He does as he likes, enjoys life. But the reality is, it's not like that. It's not like that. Christians aren't like Ned Flanders, or hopefully they're not. And if they were, Ned Flanders is not a good Christian. He's not. And I've got some proof for you. Here we go. Does someone want to switch the lights off?
Calm down, diddly 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 diddly. They did their best, diddly diddly diddly. Gotta be nice, hostility diddly diddly diddly. Ah, hell, get my thing down, crap! Can't you morons do anything right? Hey.
Well, and everyone here tried their best.
Well, my family and I can't live in good intentions, Marge. Oh, your family's out of control, but we can't blame you because you have good intentions.
Hey, back off, man.
Oh, okay, dude. I wouldn't want you to have a cow, man. Here's a catchphrase you better learn from your adult years. Hey, buddy, got a quarter?
I am shocked and appalled. Mr. Flanders, with all due respect, Bart didn't do anything.
Do I hear the sound of butting in? It's gotta be little Lisa Simpson. Springfield's answer to a question no one asked. What do we have here? The long, flabby arm of the law? The last case you got to the bottom of was a case of Malamars.
Malamars, oh, that's going in the air.
Oh, yeah, the clown. The only one of you buffoons who doesn't make me laugh. And as for you, I don't know you, but I'm sure you're a jerk. Yeah, I've only been here a few minutes. What's going on? You ugly, hate-filled man. Hey, I may be ugly and hate-filled, but what was the third thing you said? Homer, you are the worst human being I have ever met.
Hey, I got off pretty easy.
Here we go, we cut it there.
Wait, where are you going?
So Ned Flanders, yeah, he's not all good, is he? He's not all good. And the realities about people is that all of us have the potential to do good. We all have the same amount of potential to do good. And we're all bad in different ways. We all have the potential to do good. We can all do some good. We've got that potential in us. But we're all bad in very different ways, aren't we? So the younger son, he's bad, isn't he? Reckless, just wastes all his father's money. But the older son, he's just as bad. He's judgmental, like that clip with Ned Flanders, like pointing the finger. What are you doing, son? Why are you doing that? And Dad, why did you give him the fattened calf? I don't know if you're into politics or listened at all to the people knock on your door, but that's what they're doing, aren't they? Don't vote for them, they're really bad. And don't vote for them, they're really bad. And don't vote for them, they're really bad. And we are really good at doing that. We can just point the finger everywhere. Do you know what's really hard? Is to turn the finger and point it back at ourselves, isn't it? And think, yeah, I can see there's some things that aren't right with me. And that's the great thing about the younger son. He comes to his senses, it says in the story. He comes to his senses and he realises he's wronged his father, and he goes back and he admits his wrong, and then the father embraces him with his love. The older son, who's like the more Christian sort of person you might think in the story, he doesn't even tell us that he goes even back in and enjoys the party with the father. Both younger sons and older sons, all of us, we need the Father's love. We need that in our lives. And the Father's love is a picture of our home. And I don't know, when you think about what home is or what your best thought of home might be. It might be your home when you were growing up as a kid, or it might be another place you think is your home. We are made for a home. And God made a home for us originally in the world in the Garden of Eden. Yeah? And you know what? When we think about Christmas holidays and a sense of having really fun times with close people, that would be a sense of home, sometimes the thought of it is a lot better than the reality and the experience of it. That's because the home we've been made for, Eden, is not right here. We haven't got it right, but we still long to go back to that home. And now we're going to, just to finish our time, we're going to watch a song. And this is not your average song. It's more like poetry. She's set to music. And she tells the story of the prodigal son with her guitar and with her words. And she says about how she received the story and how she received God's love for her in this song. So we're going to watch that, and the kids are going to come back.
I lost everything you gave me. On things I'm too ashamed to say. I didn't mean to hurt your feelings. I just wanted to go my way. I just wanted to go my own way. I can't fix this feeling inside. I can't put myself in the right. These good deeds only count for none. 'Cause I'm a sinner and I'm always in the wrong. Yes, I'm a sinner and I'm always in the wrong. I need to turn around, back to my father. Need to go back home, back to his arms. I'm so stuck in this mess and I'm full of regrets. Gotta go home. I need to turn around, back to my father. Need to go back home, back to his arms. I'm so sorry, oh Father, please forgive me, for I was so wrong. Oh God, I just want to be home. Be home, home. Be home, be home. All I bring is a broken heart. I need healing and a brand new start. Oh, what if I came like his slaves? Would he forgive me and let me stay? Would he forgive me and let me stay? Oh, I turn around, receive His grace. 'Cause I lost all He gave me, but still, I just want to be home. Be home. Then you saw me from far, far away. You came running to me with a smile on your face. Then you hugged me and rolled me. You gave me a ring. You said, let's have a feast for my child is safe. Then you saw me from far, far away. You came running to me with a smile on your face. Then you hugged me and rolled me. And you gave me a ring, you said, let's have a feast for my child is safe. Would you turn around, back to your father, and go back home, back to his arms? If you're broken inside, stop trying to hide, just go home. You've got to turn around, back to your father, and go back home, back to his arms, and just receive his forgiveness, receive his grace. Turn your eyes to the cross and see that you're